Hello Simmers, and today we are actually doing an apartment renovation. This is the 1010 Alto Apartments. I had fun. I had a family in mind thinking of this. I haven't made the family yet, but I thought it would be cool to design a house for a family. And I've actually been watching a lot of interior design. Like there's this interior design competition show on Netflix. It's called Interior Design Masters, I believe. It's just like the Lego Masters show. But basically, every week these designers are supposed to come in. And I actually started watching that after I built this, but looking at it kind of reminds me of the show. But basically, they're given like a brief of what the house or recreational place should look like, and then they have to renovate it. Obviously, they do it in their styles, but it doesn't always come out like good. Like, because some people don't think about the brief, and some people just go based on what they want to do, and some people just don't have the skill to do it to their best ability, or to like the best ability of the that their room can be. But I don't know, like I felt those energies when I was building, even though I hadn't even watched the show yet. And I actually built this last week, right before Saturday, I believe. I think I did it on Thursday, maybe Friday. But the reason I'm only posting it today is because I actually got sick last week. I was sick on Tuesday, and it continued all the way to Saturday. And I got a little worried because obviously there is a virus going around, so I got myself tested real quick, and I don't have it, so that's good. But yeah, I didn't work for a little while, and I also wasn't doing YouTube videos just for the one day, so I do apologize for that. I know I was talking about how I was going to try to upload more and more on time, but then I got sick, and obviously I shouldn't be doing stuff while I'm sick. So this is, I decided not to post on Saturday, and I just saved the video for today, and I had it all done. Just needed to do my voiceover and obviously edit a little bit, and then I have to do the thumbnail after this. But it should be up by the afternoon, I believe. And I do like how it came out. I wanted to have like a rich, nice, fancy vibe throughout the apartment, and I feel like this is a father and his daughter who lives here, and the daughter is like, she means the world to the dad, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to the mom, but they're like two peas in a pod right now. And I feel like the dad isn't even like stylish at all, and their daughter's like probably 7, maybe 8, and she helped design the whole house. Like she got to pick what went on, and like I believe she's like really mature for her age. She still understands that her dad wanted like a modern looking house, but she was telling her dad like what furniture to buy and what color the walls should be, and he just went with it because his daughter means the world to him, and I thought that was a cool thing to do. And it didn't even start when I was designing like the beginning stages of the house, but when I went into the dining room, like, oh, she realizes her dad's like a lonely sap, and he wants them to have good taste in their house. And so I feel like she completely designed her room. She really thought about for when like friends come over and stuff like that. I think she's a really good planner type person, and she likes to be with the grown-ups, but she still knows like that she is a kid, and she wants to, I don't know, like act like it, and she wants to really grow up, but she still wants to take her time in that process. And I realized the layout's a little bit weird. So the daughter's room's all the way in the corner, and then the dad's room's all the way on the other side of the building. So you have to walk from the like the living area into the dining room just to get to the daughter's room, and then the dad's room's like in the main part of the house, and most likely it would have been flipped, but I wanted the dad to have the bigger room because he is the adult. But it's kind of weird because you'll see in the dining room, I'm saying she, like, she actually did it, but I feel like she wanted, like, the house to have taste, so she was like, and let's have a bar in here so when you have guests over. So, like, obviously when she grows up to be a teenager, like, her dad would be wary of having her room next to, like, a liquor bar, you know? um, and they might be a little, he might have been a little adamant about not getting it, but she's like, Dad, you need to have a place where you can have guests over and you can have a nice time with some other people other than me. So that's the kind of vibes I was getting, and here's where I add the bar, but her room's like literally the room right next to it. I do have a bathroom that's not attached to her room for like just everyday guests, and then I also have a bathroom that is attached to the dad's room, so I thought that was cool. But I did have a lot of fun designing the dining room. Sometimes I have trouble doing it, but this time it just all came together in my opinion, and I think it came out really nice. And I like what I did with the lights, and it looks really nice in the screenshots especially. I've been liking like using that brick a lot, like the green brick I've been using all over the house. And I really gotten like into a habit of using it. It's good for like accent walls and stuff like that. I feel like all the walls are probably made of brick and they just like wallpapered or like painted over it or did like something over it just so the brick wasn't exposed, but in some areas they just decided to paint the brick or stain the brick just so it would look like nice in the house. I was kind of going for a little bit more on the modern side, but yeah. And this room was shaped a little bit weird, and I feel like she had a ball decorating it. So basically there's like a whole like learning area in one spot, like there's a shapes table and like books so she can sit down with her dad and he can read her a story. And then there is her dresser and a mirror and stuff. And then there's that corner where she can play with her toys. Right there. And there's a cloud light and stuff like that. And then in the middle, when she has like a friend over, she can have a fun time like doing art and stuff. But I also like included the doctor kit because I thought she would enjoy that. Like, I think she's very like sympathetic, especially towards her father, and in the room in general. Like, I feel like she would be like wanting to be a doctor when she grows up. And I really liked playing with color with this room. I love the blues, the yellows, and the pinks, so I really went with that, and you can see that even with the rugs. If anything, I think this room ends up being a little too dark, but in this moment in time it looks nice. I don't know, it's like in some of the screenshots I had trouble taking pictures because I felt like it was a little too dark. But here you can see I'm going onto the bathroom. I'm actually pretty proud with what I came out with. I've been enjoying doing bathrooms a lot more than usual. When I first started out, like, I enjoyed doing bathroom, like, I didn't have a problem with it. But I came to notice that, like, looking back on my previous builds that I used to do, like, obviously it's when I started out. But even like a few months ago, I'm like, these bathrooms look terrible. Like, the houses, like, I didn't really have a problem with, but the bathrooms only looked terrible because they were so, like, bare. Like, they were just, there's no decorations. It was probably just the simple stuff. But I've come to really enjoy doing the decorations for the bathroom. I think in a real house, you really like redoing your bathroom because that's the place you're supposed to be the most comfortable. And so I've really come to look at it more as just a thing the Sims use into something that they would actually like care for themselves. So yeah, I had fun doing that. And usually with bedrooms, I try to make them complicated, and I have trouble furnishing like bigger rooms. But I kind of went the more simplistic approach when it came to doing the dad's room. I think it was really fun using that point of view, because then it wasn't as hard to furnish. And I was actually like, I'm remembering back to when I was designing the house and I was watching Degrassi. So it's just, I've been watching a lot of Degrassi lately, and it's weird how a memory can just pop into your head just like that. But yeah, as you can see, like, the dad's room's already done, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. Like, I'm not upset that it's not, like, I don't know, like, fully done, because some people would keep going and do more, but I like the simplistic element. And then also his bedroom, it's basically the same thing as or his bathroom is actually the same thing as the other one. And I actually gave him like a him and her sink, because I feel like when he has like female visitors over, he wants to make them comfortable. And then the last thing we're working on is the like entryway, and I really like using that like globe with the arrow through it, because I never really used it a lot, but it's such a cool thing to have in a house. So I feel like they would have had that for the front door. And then I added like a little music area and just like simple decorations just around the room. And I think it looks really good as a modern build. I don't call myself a modern builder, but they're really interesting when I do them. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into the study. The study's kind of pointless in this house because there's like a million computers everywhere, but I thought it was still necessary. Like, he would have a study just to go off and do his work. And it's one of my favorite rooms other than the bathrooms. I really like the color scheme to it, and I think the room came out looking really nice. And I have like lights, chairs, and everything, and I think it's really cozy. I like that type of room. And that's basically all of the build. I will talk to you through the screenshots, but as you can see, I'm just going back and adding more curtains everywhere, and I try to use different ones for certain rooms just to give it a little more diversity. But I really like that aspect of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the whole build and everything. The screenshots actually came out really good. As I say, I keep saying it, I think they just keep getting better as I go along. And they just do the building just as justice. I took it during a nice point in the day too, and you just notice little details every time you see it. And I just want to say, I think I changed my mind. The study is my favorite room. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you stay safe.